Bonjour à tous. Today is Sunday, and among the things that I will be enjoying doing on this beautiful day is watching my first interview that opens a series that I named Seamless Talk. It represents a smooth and pleasant conversation series with one or more guests that I find charming, smart, creative, and kind. I am wearing a vintage Viennese lace dress and Paris perfume by Yves Saint Laurent. I know it is a mainstream scent, but it is one of my first perfumes. I received it from my lovely cousin Kim that lives in Paris when I was 14 or 15 years old. It is already my third bottle, and it's very fitting to today's episode, you'll see later. And also what I have on my table here, I have champagne, I have French cheese, and to keep everything balanced, I have a sponge cake from Café Landmann and some Mozartkugeln. I am not qualified in taking interviews. The following one, it was actually my first time ever having a conversation in front of a video camera. But I am a curious person when it comes to different cultures, traditions, people's perception on life, lifestyle, social interactions, fashion and art topics. So I chose as my first Seamless Talk guest a gentleman. I sometimes have the feeling that men want to be part of many instances where we women might think, oh, he's not interested in design or style or fashion, or he's superficial, he only looks after a certain type of women, or he only wears one type of clothes, he is not bothering. There are men that are looking for quality in all regards. Men that are not superficial or uninterested in what women like. There are men that offer compliments without any hidden thought. There are friendships between men and women without any hint of inappropriation. And such friendship I have with Philippe. Yes, he's a charmer. He always offers compliments and a cheerful energy. But at the same time, he is highly respectful towards everyone around him. In comparison to other people, men or women, he never asked me any awkward question. He was never inappropriate and never made any allusion. He does have the most success with women that I've ever seen. He inflames women's heart and mind of all ages and professions. And because he lives close to my workplace, it happened a few times when women came to my shop pretending to be interested in buying, when in fact they wanted to get more information about Philippe. And I find it absolutely wrong towards my work and my time. So please, ladies, no more spying visits. And now I'm inviting you and everyone interested in seeing a highly talented artist's view on life, lifestyle, elegance, and the French way of offering compliments. Bisous.
Wow, super. Can I see?
Please have a look.
Wow. Moët Chandon Imperial Brut. My God.
They, yes.
You know I'm French, yes?
Yes.
Super. You want that I... Yes?
Yeah,
maybe?
If you want, you can
Okay.
try to open it.
Yes, of course. I love that. You know, there is a special...
Wait.
I can, maybe?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
I will hang it
Thank you.
in the
Yes.
back, and you can
you want to know, to hear how we made that?
The French way.
Yes, the French way. Because a lot of people think it was that must be very
loud.
But not. You must almost any noise.
Okay. Let's see if we manage
Yes.
it.
So let's jump. Yes.
Ah,
This is the art.
that's the sound.
Yes.
Okay.
Just that.
Wow.
Yes.
Wonderful.
But it was a little.
Wow. Superb.
Yes. Attends. Just like that. Okay.
And one for our camera
Yes.
lady.
Absolutely yes.
And would you like orange juice or water?
No, with champagne.
No, here. Separately.
Well, after maybe, but
After.
not yet. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have some
So,
water. Actually, we can put it here.
Yes. Okay.
And
It's better
drink later.
not too high.
And let's.
Okay.
We have
Super.
to toast.
I'm very happy to
Thank you
to
for
be
being
invited. So like that, it's wonderful, you know.
Thank you,
Super.
and I look forward to having the conversation.
Yes.
You?
Of course. Yes, you have.
Yes,
croissant.
please. Here is a plate,
Okay.
and
Thank you very much.
that's a croissant. That's a
Yes.
pain au chocolat.
Pain au chocolat. It's a long time.
Yes.
If I can, yes.
And
Thank you so much.
that's called not brownie, but it's
Okay.
called blondie,
Blondie.
fried blondie.
Okay. Yes.
And that's a
Alright.
croissant with almonds. If you
Wow.
want, you can try it.
Okay. There is another one. It's very good for brut premier. This is Rodrère. Rodrère brut premier is very super. Yes, too.
Maybe we can talk a little bit about
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for accepting to do this interview today.
Thank you so much.
I actually see it as an open conversation, an honest talk similar to what we usually have. And as I find your point of view on life very interesting, I found it good to be my first guest and open this interview series on my YouTube channel.
Wow.
Can you please tell us where were you born and how was your childhood? And since how long do you live in Vienna?
Okay. So, I was born in Reims, Champagne area, you know, that's why.
You appreciate?
Yes, I appreciate.
Okay.
But I already was in Paris at the age of three and a half. And yes, I was living there all the time before to come to Vienna.
So your parents decided to move to Paris?
Yes, but all the family was in Paris or in the suburbs from Paris or in the area, you know.
area.
Yes,
And
always.
do you have siblings? Do you have a brother or a sister?
No. I'm just
only child.
Only child. Yes. Yes, that takes advantages too. Yes, of course.
And tell me, Paris from back then, as a child, as a 3-year-old child, and today.
Yes, but of course, a lot of people already told me, what are you doing? Why did you come to Vienna? But
Yes.
I know this city, but the answer is clear. I've lost my agent, unfortunately, in Paris, and that was not so easy for me, you know.
As an
And I
artist?
was in the branch of art. I already made a lot of concerts, but at the moment when I lost this agent, it became very complicated, you know. So I was invited to play in French Institute here in Vienna,
Yes.
and Musique Ferraille d'Or. And I decided to stay. I decided to
This is how you decided to.
Yes,
stay in
I
Vienna.
told me, wow, this town is very beautiful for classical music, you know. It's not a secret, of course. And yes. And for 6 years, I'm living here,
Oh, okay.
and I already met very, very good people. Yes, very super people.
It's wonderful.
Not only Austrians, but people from
International.
yeah, international. Yes,
And
it was.
how often do you usually travel to Paris? Let's say before the lockdown or before the corona crisis?
Before lockdown, I was back to Paris. Of course, it's always a wonderful wonderful city, but Rue de Rivoli, for example, I don't know what the Burgmeister what she wants to do. They want not anymore cars and so on. Sorry, I'm speaking a lot of more German, so I lost a little my English.
No problem, Philippe. I remember that last year when I've been visiting Paris.
Yes.
Before my visit there, you gave me a list of very interesting
Ah,
addresses and
of
places
course.
to visit, to
Yes,
go. You
of
know
course.
so much about Paris.
Yes.
Many places of quality.
Yes, you know Paris. It's an amount of different villages,
Yes.
and the districts are very different. And yes, of course, there are a lot of super things to see to
Discover.
Yes, of course. Oh, the food, you know. I'm a little sad here because I don't eat as in France, of course, but it's okay.
By the way, food. Do you find any place in Vienna that would sell, let's say, very authentic croissants or baguettes or French cheese or wines? Let's say.
It's the country for in one hand, yes, of art, of course, music, but not food. No.
Because I'm fascinated by the French culture
Yes.
and your joie de vivre.
Yeah.
And as you live in Vienna since 6 years, how do you manage to naturally implement this life enjoyment?
I was lucky. I met a lot of people. I make party here in Vienna with with beautiful friends and young girls and so yeah, it's fantastic, absolute fantastic. I have not any problem in Vienna. It's
So the
this.
difference, the lifestyle difference is not that big between let's say, Paris and Vienna.
Because I decided to live a little different, of course. What Paris proposes you, it's total different as here, of course. But you can enjoy here, of course. Not so many nightclubs, not so many,
Bistro.
not so many diversities, not so many special bistros or restaurants and so on. But it's you can enjoy. You can enjoy.
Wonderful. You have a clear and refined taste. What or who were the factors that influenced and formed your taste and love for art?
I think it became to me, you know, it's difficult to say that, but I was very, as child, very young, considered as a little prodigy or something like that. This is a fact. But yeah, the passion was very great, and I loved just that. I loved that.
And can you please describe us like nature, flowers in the gardens, or a perfume, or food? What objects or?
Yes, I love of
places?
course. I love mode fashion, and I'm mad, you know, but
Yes.
it's not a problem. I think in France it's very important for us, not just marks. Okay, you have Fastenal, you have a lot of beautiful things, but it's a heart to be, you know, that a little okay, frame. We say frame. a little so like that, you know.
Yes.
But
It's natural.
It's natural there, and in Paris, of course, more than in other cities in France, because the capital, yes, it's very. Yes, Paris is very dedicated to mode fashion,
Yes.
and people are very happy to say they are from Paris. Bon, okay, we can laugh about that a little, but really there is a heart to live, a heart to be weird. Yes, it's something particular.
And please tell me, because what I've noticed, you like to give compliments to women, and this is wonderful. I mean, if somebody is wearing a nice dress, or let's say a nice bag or shoes,
yes.
you always observe it and say it, yes? I haven't seen that a lot in Vienna, let's say from Viennese or Austrian men.
Yes.
Maybe they would love to say it, but they could be, let's say, afraid or shy.
Yes, I understand.
What advice would you give men to be more open? Because we women love compliments.
Yes, of course. But they just have to tell you.
In a natural.
Yes, absolutely. But this is something. Maybe from passion too, when you love sincerely wives, that comes very easy, you know. You want to, but sometimes, of course, or maybe very often, this is a hard to flirt. Because when you tell a wife she's beautiful, of course it's better that you say the contrary.
But I can make a difference between a flirt and a compliment. Yes. So
yes, no, of course. Compliments that can be.
Women.
Yes, it was a little humor, but compliments, yes. When I think we're in France, we are born to, educated to have interest for things who are beautiful,
aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetically, yes, it's very important for us. And yes, a beautiful wife who is very beautiful, weird, and so on. That, wow, you're super like that, yes. And she can sew, she can. Egal,
yes.
But of course, if she wears very short and she's well done, it's better. Well, for all the men, of course, you know, you don't need to be French to say that. But this art to make compliments, yes, it's an art to closer to the person, to be closer to the person. You know?
And do French women offer compliments so easily? Offer compliments to other women, or is just men to women?
You know, between wives, it's not only easy. Jealousy and so on. So I think that between good friends, women
or strangers. Let's say on the street.
Strangers, I don't know. But you know, the French girl want to a little to when one is watching one on the street and
yes.
and she doesn't say anything, yes, because she wants to be the queen too, you know. It's a question from rivalry, from concurrence. But sometimes, of course, oh my dear, you're very beautiful like that, yes.
Très jolie.
Yeah, très jolie, you know.
Okay, Philippe, then my next question would be, how...
You have a question again?
Yes, another one. How would you define a feminine woman? Seeing a very interesting feminine woman, would you be attracted, let's say, by her smell, or her way of talking, or dressing, hair, shoes?
You want to speak from the woman from my dream, something like that?
Yes.
The woman from my dream, yes? you know, I have no rules, no rules. Sorry, but yes, she should be clever. She should be very well done, of course. Class, of course. And a little beach too. Yes, it's very important. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And
A much more little beach. Yes.
I understand.
The mixing, you know, the mixing
Between
the
the
class.
balance,
Yes,
the balance.
this is this intelligence from a woman who know that a man wants, but she stays very classed, you know. And this is just the front side, but behind she's she can. She's not. She can.
She could, yes.
Very. Yeah, you know. This is yes. And a woman you can with whom you can go everywhere, you know.
And on a more general view, how would you see, let's say, an elegant feminine woman on the street, let's say in a space at your concerts?
Yes.
What would be defined? I mean, you understand?
I understand absolutely. This is something you feel.
And regardless the age,
Yes.
let's say, she could be 20, she could be 70.
Absolutely.
But what would define her? Feminine, elegant, stylish.
A lot of people will be okay. Sorry with that. The class, the charisma, you know,
The posture.
the charisma, the class, and sometimes they don't need to be super top model, but they have something, you know, something class and maybe something wild too, but always with reserve, with class, you know. And you can see the way to walk on the street, the way to speak, the way, and immediately you feel.
You notice it.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
This is for a lady. I'm sure it's much more head, you know. It's intellectual. And sex is more intellectual as men. Not only, but they need to imagine, you know. They
are very visual.
They make photos, yes. And that's why oft a woman can make more distanced, you know, with class, but the aim is the same. Of course,
yes.
You know. It's very interesting. It's very. Yes, it's very interesting, exciting.
Yes.
Exciting, of course, yeah.
So Philippe, I would love to talk to you, and if our viewers also enjoyed our conversation, I would like to invite you again.
Yes, of course.
But before you leave, I would like to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like to see women wearing in general? And what would you like to see women wearing more often? So what do you appreciate?
Yes, I always noticed that the best mode is your mode. So mode fashion, it's question of personality. Of course, you noticed too that there are a lot of shits. Somewhere, but it depends of your personality. But of course, what I like, for example, what you do, it's very class. And for me, it's in the way from Coco Chanel. You know, it's a very big compliment because Chanel is something very particular for us in France, for the ladies, of course. And she had a very big personality, you know. She was businesswoman, but with very, very high talent.
I'm not a hard businesswoman.
Yes, but you will become, yes, sure. But the most important thing is your freedom of creativity, and in this way, you know, from classical, but not just classical, class. Do you know what is unfashioned is always what is beautiful. Okay, everyone can say that, but and it's not always a question of too much money. It's a question of to know very particularly what you can wear beautiful, you know. And this is a question of from ladies too, from personality and from charisma. You have women they could buy something very expensive, and when they wear it, they looks like nothing, you know. And another one will buy something less expensive, yes, and suddenly, yes, because she has taste. Okay, she has taste, she has class, she has taste. But I'm sure that your collection can, all women can wear that, and it's very, very interesting because I know you don't look to make business. You are free, and you make with your creativity you make your art. Okay, but it's a very good mixing because I'm sure that a lot of young girls too, not only old ladies, young girls could wear your collection. And
definitely, I mean,
definitely and beautiful.
My customers' age ranges from 20 to 70, 80. But Philippe, the taste that you mentioned, are women, or let's say also men, are born with it or is educated?
Twist.
Both.
Sorry. My English is, oh my god. Yes, both. This is like a talent or big talent. You can't explain that, okay? But it's clear that with education, this is something very natural. Okay?
You mean what type of education? I mean, self-refinement, self-education, or just a general?
Or to have the chance, maybe to have a mother who is class and who wears already some beautiful things, and that the girls, the daughters, it's, wow, what did you have? What did you wear, and so on.
What do you think, Philippe? Do men are putting so much emphasis on style and fashion as women, let's say in France or Austria, or don't have to? What do you think, let's say, a gentleman?
There are differences. Huh? From the to the question from fashion, there are differences, of course. That answers to your other question. So this is a question of education too. In France, it's clear that women are very, very, very interested, pay attention how they are, what they wear, and so on. Because it's
also natural.
The culture, as in Italian too, you know.
Yes.
But it's something. It was very interesting because I talked with an Italian girl 6 months before, and she told me, you know, what I always noticed is that French girls are more free. Oh.
Free to experiment?
Free to experiment, free to be, just free to be. And I answer her, I'm sure it's a question of religion.
Religion, yes.
In Italian.
Yes.
As we know, it's not very, it's always very, very strict, you know. But I was a little surprised because Italian girls
are very
can
cool,
be very warm and so.
Yes.
But you know, it's clear that yes, French girls can. It's more direct maybe because it's normal. All that is normal, you know. It's the fest. It's the party. It's so as however. Somewhere we drink, but the flirt is something so important, you know. You must find a boy or a girl during the party. It's absolutely normal, and it's the aim, you know. Just for fun. It's not just have a good evening with friends. It's yes, flirt is or it's very sad, you know. So, yes, because it's like that. It's normal.
But you mentioned Italy now.
Yes.
I think Italian men feel quite free to flirt. I mean.
Yes, of course. I didn't tell you, but. I don't want to speak about that, but my grandmother was from Napoli.
Ah.
So I have Italian blood too, yes. But it's just yes, of course. But we are very close with Italian.
Yes.
We understand, but there is competition a little. I noticed always that. It's nice. It's not a big problem.
It's a sweet competition.
Yes, it's sweet competition. Yes, we are the best finds or the best enemies. Yeah, you know. It's yes, it's. But I love that. We appreciate us.
You both countries produce amazing wines.
Yes.
Delicious food.
Yes.
Good perfumes.
Perfumes. You're right. I mean, Italian have big taste too. Of course, they have. Yes, it's a question of creativity, you know.
As well, yes.
Leonardo da Vinci, Caravaggio, Vivaldi.
And love of life.
Yes, a way of life. Yes, a way of life.
And Philippe, coming back to men's style, do men take their first examples from their fathers or mothers or grandmothers? What do you think?
But you know, a psychoanalyst could tell you that. Of course, the first man in your life is your father. Yeah? So you want maybe to copy, but you want to distanciation too, of course. I learned a lot to my father with passion.
Oh.
Yes, he was always. But sometimes I told him, Dad, what is it? You know, and he was.
What was he saying?
Yes, he was. Yes, and two days after, he was rearing like that. Yes.
Wow, amazing.
Yes, because it was maybe a little too strict class, but too strict, you know, too conservative. Too conservative.
Yes.
You can, and this is very interesting. You can. How we can say that? You can stay class and modern,
fresh as well.
and fresh.
Yes.
Yeah,
I fully agree.
And it's yes, but of course it's and the way you were you are word that makes sense from your personality, from your way to
your
background, maybe your way to act in life, and so yes, it's very important. Very important. The personality, of course, the charisma, but the rearing is very
the way how you present
the way you
yourself.
wear.
Yes, yes.
That reflects something immediately, of course. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Philippe, thank you so much.
But I thank you
for joining us, and it was, as always, a real pleasure. And like I said, if our viewers enjoyed our interview today,
yes.
let's say our open conversation.
I don't know the numbers. No,
you are welcome,
it was super.
and we'll be happy to have you. And I wish you a nice December, nice holidays.
You too.
I guess you'll be staying here in Vienna.
Yes. So,
and,
absolutely, yes. Yeah. I was very happy, yes, to make that with you.
It was very enjoyable, yes, very enjoyable, yes. Okay, Philippe, then...
thank you so much and
santé,
cheers.
Cheers.
Santé. À la française, oui. Santé.
À bientôt.